This is Kelso Sturgeon. Thank you very much for joining us for another edition of Handicapping 101. Today focusing a little bit on the NFL, the college bowl games, and even a mention of the NBA. Let's start off by just saying that I thank you so much for your support during the year. I wish all of you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, season's greetings to everyone, and may the holiday season bring to you all the things that you wanted. By the way, speaking of the holiday season, it's got to be kind of interesting what's going on with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat game on Saturday. I just read that the average ticket price for this game, matching the Lakers and the Heat, which obviously is a primetime game on national television, the average price of a seat for that game is $539. Season ticket holders and everybody is scalping their tickets, getting $539 per seat. Some seats down front with Jack Nicholson going for $5,000 a pop. Anyway, I guess it's really Christmas for both the Lakers and the Heat. You know, the focus today is pretty much on the college bowl games, and I want to share with you something that happened in the Mako Las Vegas Bowl in the game between Boise State and Utah. You know, I noticed that early in the week when Boise State arrived in town that the guys were a little, I think, not as interested as they would be normally in a game. You know, they lost to Nevada late in the season on a missed field goal and missed out on the opportunity to go to a BCS Bowl. And I could tell that the team was down just a little bit. But always someone steps in to rescue the situation, and this time it happened to be a Utah player who, after a lot of really hostility between the two teams at social functions, referred to Boise State as Girlsy State. I can tell you for certain that Boise State took great offense at this, and I noticed that all at once they were withdrawn, very focused, very serious, very intent, and the end result was a Girlsy State. And by the way, that's a strange thing to say for a team that's 60-5 over the past 5 seasons, 61-5 after beating Utah rather easily and in dominating fashion. The reason I bring this up, you know, it's important to focus on what's in local newspapers, radio, television about each of these games being played, because hidden in there are the little things that just might give you an edge to win one of these games. You know, I had great questions whether Boise could cover the 16.5 against Utah, but when this player popped off and referred to them as a Girlsy State and said they were just a bunch of cheerleaders, that was the edge that we needed to get the job done, and the final score was Boise State 26, Utah 3, and it was a dominating performance. You're going to find in many of these games, not all of them, but in many of these games, it's these little elements that will push a team over the top and get you the point spread cover in those games. Just pay attention to all the little details. Now, I'm releasing tonight's Hawaii Bowl game as a 25-unit side and total parlay. It matches Tulsa and Hawaii, and once again Hawaii will be playing on its home field in that same package, which will cost you $25. I'm also including that meaningless Dallas Cowboy Arizona game. Nothing at stake here, and it'll be a modest play, but it's all there. May I also remind you that there are 29 college bowl games left to play. I started off the bowl season 4-1. The only loser was a 3-unit play, up 67 units after the first 5 games. You can get that entire bowl package, which includes my 200-unit college bowl game of the year, a $100 value, and my 100-unit college bowl upset game of the year, a $50 value. You can get the entire 29 games for $175 charged to your major credit card. You can get those games on this site, sign up on this site, or call my office toll-free at 1-800-755-2255. Now, you know, a word on the NFL. You know, the NFL is Many of the, not many, but at least 4 of the spots in the playoffs have already been decided, but there's still a lot to play for with all these teams. You know, teams are still fighting for home field advantage. Some teams are fighting for wild card berths. We're going to address all these issues in tomorrow's tapes, but when you look at the NFL schedule this week, just remember there's a lot more at stake than is obvious in some of these games, and you must pay attention to all these details. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be right back here tomorrow with a complete report on the NFL.